world of real estate, agents are faced with a critical choice when it comes to choosing their path. Either go with a full commission brokerage with an affordable comp plan but little to no additional support, or pay much higher fees to possibly receive revenue share and stock but with moderate support. These are your only options. But for the very few who venture out on their own, risking everything to build their own brokerage, losing access to tools, support, and advantages that a larger platform can provide, every agent knows that you must choose wisely, because if you decide down the road that your current brokerage option is not the right fit, you need to make the costly transition back to square one, resetting caps, rebranding your marketing, and losing any benefit from recruiting efforts. Brokerages capitalize on this fear to trap agents in a model. This is simply the way it is. This is the way it's always been. But imagine there was a better way. Imagine a brokerage platform that gives agents the flexibility to move between comp plans so that they can spend their entire career in one place to maximize their earnings and growth potential. Imagine if that brokerage offered solutions that range from a 100% comp plan of $500 per file with a $5,000 cap, all the way up to an affiliate brokerage plan where agents can start and run their own real estate company, all while retaining support, marketing tools, and growth opportunities. Imagine this brokerage platform puts agents first and focuses on real estate with great training, lightning-fast support, cutting-edge technology, and a brokerage culture that makes you proud. And imagine if that brokerage platform gave its agents an unfair advantage by combining agent-centric branding with brokerage-powered marketing, using their scale and know-how to create tools that position agents as their neighborhood expert, inspire referrals from clients before even transacting business, and have buyers and sellers choose to work with them months before they're actually ready to buy or sell real estate. Imagine strategic training and events that maximize your motivational mindset, understanding of the market dynamics, shares proven hacks and workflows and high-level tactics never before taught in a brokerage, with insider access to exclusive content and networking opportunities from a community of experts. Imagine if agents were featured on high-quality printed magazines, billboards, and presentation kits featuring unmatched marketing, allowing them to win listings no matter what agent they're up against, and never risk losing another friend or family member to a competitor. How many more transactions would they close? How large could that platform grow? Can you imagine your commission checks now? Imagine having the flexibility to run your entire business from the palm of your hand so that you can maximize your most valuable asset, your time. Imagine getting in on the ground floor and being able to grow your real estate business, build and grow a real estate team, and take market share from your competitors, even in a down market. Now imagine what your boat's going to look like. No, a little bigger. There you go. Imagine if those real estate efforts could even provide for an agent in life after real estate, with marketing materials being sent to agents you complete transactions with to attract them to you. Imagine being able to earn stock in this platform for closing transactions and attracting other agents. And imagine the entire enterprise is created and backed by a proven industry innovator. Now imagine this platform already exists. Imagine you own this platform. Imagine how large you can grow, how much revenue you can earn. Just imagine.
Our mission here at LPT Realty is a simple one, and it's to empower our agents with an unfair advantage to go out and compete in any market by using our tools and resources and scale to provide you what you need to go out there and win, to have that unfair advantage to win against any other agent and to win in any type of market. And we do that by making sure that we have the best agent benefits. This is an agent-first brokerage. And so what does that mean? It means you have the flexibility to build your own brand, but with the support and scale from your brokerage. It means you have the technology that allows you to run your entire business from the palm of your hand, giving you back valuable time. It means you have the support you deserve on your terms, where you choose the method of communication, and the freedom to choose your compensation plan and your path to wealth, starting at just $500 a file with a $5,000 cap. I'm Robert Palmer. I'm the founder and CEO of LPT Realty.
Okay, so Robert Palmer, you know who he is. Well, yeah, but not him. You know the one. I'm Robert Palmer, president of RP Funding. Yeah, that guy. You've seen his TV commercials for 10 years. You've seen his commercials on the couch, at the sports bar, on the elliptical at the gym. Everywhere you go, Robert Palmer is telling you he'll pay your closing costs on a home loan. And that's what he does. He's paid over $100 million in closing costs and counting since that first commercial aired in 2010. Now, the skeptic in all of us will certainly question that. Why would this guy pay out of his own pocket to save the consumer fees that have been the industry standard for decades? Let's go back to the beginning, and I mean way back. As a child from Lakeland, Florida, Robert's mother, like many others, struggled to make ends meet. At 10 years old, there was no allowance to be had, so Robert bet on himself. He packaged and sold homemade cookies with self-made labels featuring his name on them. From there, he understood that the quality of his product would directly reflect the reputation of his name. Years later, Robert would be forced to return from college to help his sick mother with her struggling mortgage company. This is where he would learn the tricks of the trade in the mortgage industry. He would also learn through his competitors how to milk the most money out of clients through junk fees and hidden costs, just to turn around and sell that mortgage to the big banks. He learned how these tactics could ruin lives and eventually crash the market. So Robert bet on himself again. From the ashes of the crumbled housing market, he built a new mortgage company, and like his very first business, he put his name on it. His business model was clear: go straight into the consumer's living room. In 2010, Robert Palmer entered our homes during halftime of Sunday Night Football and introduced himself as the primary Central Florida alternative to the typical money grab financing companies. But he didn't stop there. He then hit the radio airspace with his hour-long show, serving free financial advice to help people climb out of the housing market wreckage. Now, the skeptics were plenty. He would fail. His overhead would devour him without those added junk fees. But the secret was, overhead was Robert and his wife and a handful of loan officers originating loans out of an office the size of a broom closet. And whatever profit they made went straight back into the advertising budget, producing more and more commercials to send his message directly to the consumer. And guess what? He proved the skeptics wrong. He bet on himself, and he won. With every mortgage closed came word-of-mouth referrals. RP funding was real. The savings and simplicity, it was all real. That guy on TV, he's not lying. He really did save me thousands. From there, things snowballed. Over the next years, Robert Palmer would begin to be known across the I-4 corridor as a financial guru and a marketing titan. He would build a variety of marketing tools to help real estate agents better brand themselves all across the country. His brands would be prominent at national trade shows, in addition to being honored with many prestigious entrepreneurial awards before the age of 40. Robert would be asked to be keynote speaker at marketing seminars, graduation ceremonies, as well as local and national real estate conventions. And yes, that is A-Rod. Robert would also become prominent in philanthropy, giving back to countless charities and causes, donating $100,000 alone to the Special Olympics. Soon Robert would take his marketing prowess to the next level. Betting on his name again, he would put his brand on sporting venues across Central Florida. You can find Robert Palmer Company's branding across the Amway Center and Camping World Stadium, not to mention the complete renaming of his hometown Lakeland Civic Center to the RP Funding Center. RP Funding would also become the primary jersey sponsor of the Lakeland Magic, and in 2017, Robert began his role as professional sports team owner with the purchase of the Jacksonville Armada Soccer Club. Through his rise, Robert has never strayed too far from that 10-year-old kid selling cookies in Lakeland, gaining trust from his customers through the reputation of his name. From day one, Robert Palmer has bet on himself and won. Now, if you've ever been to Vegas, you know, when you win big, you cash out and you walk away. And at just the age of 40, Robert Palmer had created a self-sustained legacy company that could provide for his family for generations. And his family was growing. After decades in the public spotlight, Robert accepted a new position as dad. And this position was a full-time job. Although the industry assumed he would make a return, Robert wasn't so sure. But looking into the eyes of his baby daughter, Robert gained a new perspective. He had a new goal. He'd made his mark. Now it was time to help others do the same. So Robert Palmer launched a brand new real estate company to help agents from across the country promote their brand, bolster their success, and grow their own business. He gave them all his tools, his support, and his resources. So after decades of betting on himself, now Robert Palmer's betting on you. Welcome to LPT Realty.
I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy day to come join me here to learn about the revolution that is LPT Realty. As I look back on that journey, I think about a lot of the hard times and a lot of the struggles we went through to get to where we are today. And I remember committing to myself that I would always help the next me if I made it. And a big part of launching LPT Realty is to do just that. Instead of being able to help the next me, I'm going to get to help the next 10,000, 20,000, 100,000 next me's achieve their goals in life through real estate. And that's a big part of what LPT Realty means to me, and why I basically came back out of retirement after looking at my baby girl's eyes to launch this amazing company. So again, that brokerage vision. As your brokerage, it's our job to give you an unfair advantage over other agents. And we build that unfair advantage through marketing, technology, education, and compensation. And it's led to meteoric growth for this amazing company. In our first 18 months in business, we achieved 5,500 agents who joined this platform because they realized that that unfair advantage would help drive their real estate business to new heights, helping them be more successful, whatever their individual definition of success was. And that made us the fastest growing real estate brokerage in history. And that's something we're all very proud of as a family at LPT Realty. The brokerage is really based on these 5 core values. And those 5 core values go from real estate first. And the idea behind real estate first is simple. With all the opportunities and responsibilities facing the modern agent, a brokerage, we as the brokerage must focus on empowering our agents' real estate business, empowering your real estate business above all else. Agent choice. We designed LPT Realty around agent choice so that each one of you is able to achieve your own individual definition of success, whatever that may be. It's not our place to tell you that you should do this many deals a year, or this volume, or you should strive to build a big team or a small team. Each one of you has the right as an entrepreneur to define your own definition of success, and our job as your brokerage is to help you achieve whatever that definition is. We're redefining agent compensation here at LPT Realty by giving you choices. We have dual comp plans where you choose the compensation model that's right for you based on your current place in your real estate business. You can choose between a 100% plan where we retain just $500 a file with a $5,000 cap, or you can choose an 80-20 plan with a $15,000 cap where now you can build a real estate team. You can unlock the ability to earn revenue share on agents you attract to the brokerage. You can have your own branch office and you can be a mentor to other agents. But those decisions are purely up to you and how you decide to run your individual business as an entrepreneur. Agent-centric branding in real estate, I believe you are the brand. And we designed our logo to be the period at the end of your brand. We purposely used a circle, the least intrusive shape. As I like to think about it, there's no corners, there's no edges. We're there to be the period at the end of your brand. And other than complying with local state regulatory guidelines, we have no requirements on how big or small you make our logo, whatever color you want to make it, because it was truly built to be that period at the end of your brand because of our agent-centric branding here at LPT Realty. But finally, building your brand is important, but I believe we as your brokerage still have a responsibility to power your marketing as you drive that brand. I believe that brokerages should use their scale to power their agents' marketing, even when our brand, even when the brokerage brand comes secondary. And that's unique in this industry. Usually, when a brokerage allows you as an agent to put your brand first, they step back and say, well, that's your brand, you build it on your own. At LPT Realty, we still believe as your brokerage, we have that responsibility to use our scale, use our resources, use our know-how to power your marketing so you can take that personal brand with us as the period at the end to new heights and achieve, again, your individual definition of success. What can you achieve when you take agent-centric branding and combine it with brokerage-powered marketing? And those are our final core values. And those 5 core values are what has driven LPT Realty to new heights and driven our agents' individual levels of success in their real estate businesses to new heights, even in what has been a pretty challenging market. So let's dig into what that offering looks like. Let's think about, as LPT Realty, what we're providing for you to fulfill our commitment to those 5 core values. And it starts with amazing technology. Our technology at LPT Realty was built around this idea of you running your entire business from the palm of your hand. Today's modern agent is on the go. It's inconvenient to have to go back to your desk and log onto a desktop computer. We're in the field, we're in the neighborhoods, we're at houses, we're meeting with our clients, and the most convenient way to control the technology is from the palm of your hand, from your smartphone. And so every piece of technology we offer at LPT Realty is mobile first. It allows you to drive your business from that phone. And LPT Connect is the central hub for all of that technology. All of your systems can be accessed from that single hub. This is our internal proprietary software that we built just for you as agents here at LPT Realty. Single sign-on for all of your systems, so you only have one username and password to remember. And while everything was built to work on your mobile phone, it absolutely works on your desktop computer as well. So in addition to the technology we built internally for you, we do believe in going out and embracing best-in-class third-party technology as well. And so we've negotiated amazing deals where we can give you technology from leaders like Dotloop and Chime at no additional cost. Dotloop is our e-signature software. It has all of the contracts for your state and your MLSs, everything you need to get a transaction from the starting line to the finish line, from a buy transaction to a sell transaction to a referral. Everything you need is housed inside of Dotloop. It has amazing e-sign technology and a great system for keeping you and your customer connected through what they call loops, to keep track of who signed what documents and what the next steps are to move a transaction through the process. And then Dotloop integrates directly with LPT Connect, so when it comes time to get paid, our compliance team can see everything happening inside of Dotloop to get you to that disbursement authorization or check as quickly as possible at the time of closing. In addition to that, we've negotiated an amazing deal with Chime to give you a seat on our enterprise account so that you have access to amazing pay-per-click and Facebook marketing. You can drive your own beautiful website. Chime has one of the most capable website builders available in our industry today. So again, you can customize that brand. That agent-centric brand with brokerage-powered marketing can be achieved through the flexibility and tools built into Chime as a CRM. You can build amazing drip campaigns, follow-up sequences, and they even have a great AI bot that can help communicate with your customers. And while we give you that seat on our enterprise version for no additional cost here at LPT Realty, if you decide you want to upgrade to your own individual instance of Chime, we have options for that as well, including the ability to have your own full team instance at a greatly reduced price so that you can drive your business on your terms. Our support system is also built into LPT Connect. We recognize that for us to achieve this mission as LPT Realty, we have to be there to help you when you need us. We have to give you access to your broker and to other experts that could include NMLS mortgage experts and title experts, accountants, whatever you need to solve the problem you face any given day in the field. But more importantly, we allow you to communicate and contact us on your terms. You decide how to kick off that conversation with our support team. You can do that via text, email, call, or chat. And everything is tracked behind the scenes in our amazing ticketing system that we take very seriously. We watch those daily commitments and we make sure that we're responding promptly to you and giving you the service that you need. And we also look for trends. If we're seeing an ongoing problem come up through support, we're able to react to that because all of the data is stored inside of this central hub inside of LPT Connect. The final part of our technology stack is proprietary software called Listing Power Tools. You'll probably recognize the initials of Listing Power Tools, LPT. This is actually the namesake and the origin of building LPT Realty. Listing Power Tools was built on the concept of empowering agents with a single property marketing system. Everything you need to wow a seller and market a property provided in a single box, being driven by text capture technology so you can get the leads you need, the contact information of the clients who are interested in that property, and show real results to the seller while also impressing their neighbors as you audition for the next listing and the next listing after that. And this amazing technology at Listing Power Tools is now owned by LPT Realty. It includes direct mail, printed collateral, amazing digital marketing tools, everything you need to market a property and exceed the seller's expectations.
I met Robert when I first got into real estate, and I had done a bunch of transactions in my first couple of months. I wanted to find out as much as I could about what he had done to be successful, and I would implement some of those marketing principles that he had. And slowly but surely, he started running concepts of, well, what if you could do this? Or what if you could do this? Or what if? And so it ultimately ended up becoming the birth of Listing Power Tools.
Yeah, so spin your mind back. In 2016, I went to work for Robert, and he had just gotten the prototype of the Listing Power Tools Power Pack.
I was in those first years back then of building this brand with him. Robert was touching all spheres of marketing at that point.
Radio, television, buying outdoor, writing books, pushing digital, sending out thousands and thousands of pieces of mail.
There were good agents out there who just didn't understand how to market, who understood the contract, who understood how to service the client, who just needed that additional help.
Robert decided that he was going to go full in to try to help real estate agents to win. That was really his motivation. And so he created these marketing tools.
I mean, Robert spent over $150 million on advertising and marketing to be able to put together what he felt was going to help the agent win at the highest level. And it worked.
and all these testimonials were coming in. I had agents that were sending selfies with the box.
Everywhere we went, agents were just crushing it with this box.
It was the most powerful marketing presentation that existed for real estate.
People were literally lined up out the door and around the corner to sign up for Listing Power Tools.
It was just really cool to be there and see the success that these agents were having.
You would drive down the street and see Listing Power Tools writers everywhere.
So innovative. Nobody's ever seen anything like this before.
I mean, it was a phenomenon.
It was absolutely on fire.
Everyone was winning.
My mind was blown at the success I was having because of this box.
The product was so good, it basically wrote its own ads.
It was growing from a geography standpoint. We were spreading across the nation.
People I didn't even know were asking me about this magic white box.
The magic white box.
The magic white box.
I think Robert began to be frustrated because it was as if he had handcuffs on.
All of us were thinking this is a successful product, successful company, successful launch. But it was not successful to Robert.
He had all these ideas of tools that he wanted to create, ways that he wanted to help real estate agents win, and he believed that he needed to become the brokerage.
Good afternoon, everybody. Excited to be here today to talk about the future of listing power tools and Robert Palmer companies. As many of you know, in 2016, we embarked on a mission to build marketing technology for real estate agents. And I had this goal to make some of the best marketing and philosophies and things that I'd used in my businesses available to real estate agents. But as we went down this journey, we started to realize that unfortunately, as a software as a service, as a SaaS provider, that our interests weren't necessarily aligned with the agents that we served. And so my team and I sat down and we thought about how can we reinvent this company in a way where our interests are aligned, where we can roll out the best possible technology for our agents to help them sell the most homes possible and be as successful as possible and help as many customers of theirs as possible. And we realized that the best way to do that was to become a real estate brokerage. And starting in 2018, we made the decision that that's the direction we were going to go. So here we are almost 4 years later, and I'm proud to announce that Listing Power Tools is giving birth to LPT Realty.
And here at LPT Realty, you actually receive one of these free on every single listing. This is the magic white box that launched Listing Power Tools back in 2016. Everything you need to market that property, every piece of collateral, from thank you cards to door hangers to business cards, and this sign writer featuring interior photos is provided. And as an LPT Realty agent, you receive one of these kits absolutely free on every one of your listings. You just pay for shipping. So let's take a look at the items included in this magic white box. We start with 2 sizes of business cards. And one of the unique things about the business cards included in the Listing Power Tools box is they feature the actual property for sale. We give you a standard business card and we give you a folding business card, which makes a nice little table topper at open houses or any other events you go to. But what we found is when you give a seller a business card with their actual property that's listed for sale on the card, they're more likely to pass it out. They're more likely to hand it to a friend. They're more likely to pin it up at their place of work instead of just throwing it in the trash or leaving it in their pocket like they would with a normal business card given to them by a real estate agent. Because let's face it, the seller wants to help you sell their home. And a big part of this system is allowing you to engage that seller to help spread the word about their home for sale. And these business cards featuring high quality photos of their property, again, driven by our text capture technology, is a great way to engage the seller in that. Mr. and Mrs. Seller, when you hire me, for the next month, I'm going to make your property my actual business card. So anytime I meet another agent, anytime I meet a consumer looking for a home, when I hand them my business card, it's going to have your property included in it. Just one of the many ways I'm going to market your home in a way that other real estate agents do not. We give you 2 sizes of flyers, both a standard flyer, but more importantly, and one of our probably most famous items, what we call the neighborhood report. This report actually opens up and now shows the consumer a map of the local area. and shows them things like restaurants and gas stations and all of the important places to them in both a zoomed in map that shows the immediate neighborhood and also a zoomed out map that shows the entire area. These are very sticky. Consumers will take these with them. They will hold on to this. These get picked up in open houses, and then you'll have the consumer reach out to you later because of the high quality information included in this neighborhood report. Again, one of the many pieces we provide you for free every time you get a listing here at LPT Realty. We give you thank you cards featuring that home. If you're not writing thank you cards to your consumers, you're missing out. And hopefully the free thank you cards that you receive in the Listing Power Pack will motivate you to begin doing just that. You will see amazing results when you start to show gratitude. And you can send these thank you cards to agents who come through and show your property. You can send it to consumers who come through your open house. You can send it to anyone you talk to. And again, every time you send out a thank you card now, you're highlighting one of your listings, which is showing the proof of performance that you're a hardworking marketer. In addition to that, we have postcards that you can fill out and mail either to neighbors in the area or, again, people who come through those open houses. You can be creative and decide how to best use these in your market. We have door hangers, a great way to get out in the neighborhood and show those nosy neighbors how hard you work when they literally see a picture of their neighbor's house on a custom printed door hanger landing on their front door. And they say, wow, that real estate agent actually made door hangers featuring that listing. I've never seen that before. This is communication we get all the time. And then finally, a small flyer made to be pinned up on a corkboard at a local coffee shop, maybe left on the coffee table at a local doctor's office. Be creative and think about how you can get this property out in as many places as possible by utilizing this system. And then, of course, last but not least, the sign writer. The real estate sign is one of the best ways to advertise that listing. And by putting interior photos or exterior rear photos onto the sign writer, we actually see consumers slow down on the side of the road to take a closer look at the sign. Once they're slowed down, it's easy to send a quick text message with the code to your dedicated 10-digit phone number that we provide to you for free here at LPT Realty, so you can capture their lead information and the system then returns them your single property website. We see agents drive a substantially higher number of leads when they begin using the Listing Power Tools system and putting the sign writer and all this amazing collateral out around the neighborhood each time they have a listing to drive both buyer leads but also nosy neighbor leads, because the neighbor who's thinking about selling is very likely to send a text to the system because they want to know what their neighbor's home is selling for. And we give them a way to interact with you by sending a quick text message, their preferred method of communication, which is more likely to keep them out of Google and keep them off of one of the competing portals so that you can generate that lead directly for both the buyers and sellers in that local area. Another one of our amazing boxes is our open house box. Now we send you a dedicated box with a sign writer that, instead of having those interior photos, now features the date and time of your open house. All of the door hangers, all of the items I just showed you are now customized to show the date and time of the upcoming open house, so you can drive as much traffic as possible. And again, you drive a different level of excitement from the neighbors because they say, wow, that agent printed custom door hangers just to promote the open house. That agent printed a custom sign writer just to promote the open house. I wish my agent had worked that hard when they were selling my home. We see this reaction over and over again to the Listing Power Tools system available here at LPT Realty. And through that journey at Listing Power Tools, we realized we had to educate and arm our agents with a way to explain this amazing system. Because while the box is amazing and it's pretty and it's great, if you don't understand the psychology behind it, if you don't understand how it's going to drive better results for your seller, then it's not worth anything. And so what we realized is we needed to arm our agents with what would become the best listing presentation available anywhere in real estate still to this day. And we built this listing presentation around the idea that most real estate agents will only reach 86% of potential buyers when they market a home. We know from NAR statistics that another realtor is how 33% of potential buyers would find their home, 9% will find it by driving by the yard sign, and 44% will use online real estate search, but that leaves 14% untapped. And so the goal behind Listing Power Tools was to reach that missing 14%, and we built a listing presentation to show our agents how to communicate to potential sellers the powerful impact of reaching that missing 14%. Because having a few extra buyers interested in that property is the difference between receiving one offer where you have a single buyer trying to negotiate the price down and receiving multiple offers where now you have multiple buyers competing with each other and actually driving the price up. And by building out this amazing listing presentation where we explain to our agents so they can then explain to their sellers the power of the repetition and emotion and exposure behind each item inside the listing power pack, we saw the results skyrocket in amazing ways. Agents were winning even more listings when they were armed with the knowledge and the tools to make the proper presentation around the magic white box. I believe so much in what we were building at Listing Power Tools. I actually wrote a book about it called Listing Power. And that book broke down the 11 rules that I believed an agent could follow to build their business through acquiring listings, winning listings, and then using the tools to maximize future buyer leads and future listing opportunities from each listing they were able to acquire. But as we went through the book and as I wrote the book, I realized more and more things that Listing Power Tools, the technology company, was not going to be able to provide for the agents. There were things we were doing great at, but there were things we could do better, but we realized we could only do them better if we made that tough decision to become a real estate brokerage. And so a few of the rules that came into the next level of planning as we launched LPT Realty was rule number 3, show up like no one else. This is a cornerstone of what we're building here. The magic white box, the printed collateral, everything curated and put together to impress that seller helps you show up like no one else. But we had so many more amazing ideas of how we could help our agents show up like no one else and inspire and wow those customers, but we realized we had to become their real estate brokerage. Rule number 5, generating your own leads. Another cornerstone of the Listing Power Tools system, empowering you with the technology and the collateral to turn each one of your listings into as many additional leads as possible. Rule number 10, trust classic marketing. We are all in on printed collateral. We believe highly in digital. We have some of the best digital tools available on the market. We have amazing technology to build the things you need to win in a digital world. But what we find is by driving that digital attention to the real world through printed collateral, we're able to achieve a higher level of results. And that's our trust of classic marketing. And then finally, don't ask for referrals, inspire them. One of the cornerstones of the technology and education and everything that went into Listing Power Tools was to allow our agents to inspire consumers to actually make referrals to them before they even transacted business together. The idea that you could go on a listing presentation and that customer be so blown away by your knowledge and skills and marketing and technology that they would begin to refer their friends and family to you, even if they weren't ready to sell their home yet. And that's part of the power of this amazing system and being able to inspire those referrals instead of just simply asking for them. So as we sat down and really started to think about, in this new era of Listing Power Tools becoming LPT Realty, what new tools, what new things could we empower our agents with to achieve that original vision? And from that came what we now call our Collateral Marketing System. And I'm very excited today to share with you all of the aspects of that all-important collateral marketing system that is built to help you drive your business to new heights. The collateral marketing system encompasses everything you need to be a successful real estate agent from a marketing standpoint. Social media and digital assets, print marketing and print collateral, to presentations, the amazing white box and that listing presentation we built at Listing Power Tools, to putting our agents on digital billboards along major highways and intersections, providing the direct mail assets you need, including just listed cards, just sold cards, open house cards, and even map cards that show recent sales and recent values in the neighborhood. Everything is built around our amazing text capture technology so that you can get the leads you need with accurate contact information, and the amazing lead magnets, our amazing magazines that make you the star in order to provide your customers with a physical collateral version of the all-important knowledge they need to achieve their goals in real estate while positioning you as the expert. And those components together make up that collateral marketing system. So wouldn't it be great as an agent to know that you would never lose a friend or family member to a competing realtor again? Wouldn't it be great to know that you would have clients be so confident in hiring you to list their home that they actually call the other agents and cancel future listing appointments because they know they're going to hire you? To have potential clients be so impressed with you that they refer you their friends and family members before you even do business together. To have buyers and sellers make the all-important decision to work exclusively with you months before they are actually ready to buy or sell their home. To have a steady flow of buyers and sellers in your pipeline, all committed to working with you, and most importantly, to be able to win that listing appointment, win that listing presentation, no matter what other agent you may happen to be up against. All of those things are absolutely possible with the collateral marketing system here at LPT Realty.
Okay, then choose your colors and click submit, and there it is.
Whoa, that's awesome, bro.
The computing algorithm is unfathomable.
Hey, fellas, what are you guys up to?
My guy Larry is showing us this gnarly AI bot. Yeah, it's called Desi. It's basically an all-in-one AI personal marketing department for real estate agents.
Give this dude a sick demo, bro. Yeah, I want to see.
Okay. Well, first you need a headshot. Say cheese.
Cheese.
Perfect. Now all you gotta do is add some basic info to your profile, make a few selections, and bing, bang, boom, you got marketing, tough guy. Say hello to your personal print collateral, yard sides, and door hangers.
Check out your face on that epic billboard.
Business cards, postcards, and you're the cover model on these beautiful agent magazines.
Yay, I'm a star.
Bro, it's like having a super brain that understands like everything, even if you're not into all that fancy tech stuff. Unmatched, unparalleled, and truly exceptional in every way. Yeah, it's true. When it comes to self-marketing, Desi handles it all for you. It's the smartest AI bot out there.
Oh no, Peter.
Oh shoot, I didn't know he was back there.
Peter, come back.
How long's he been back there? I seriously had no idea.
Dude, you totally bummed out that robot, bro. Come back, Peter. He didn't mean it.
Oh, no, I meant it. I just didn't mean for him to hear it.
Peter, please.
Desi really is an amazing piece of technology. As Larry said, the smartest AI bot out there. And without Desi, we wouldn't be able to execute on this vision for the collateral marketing system, because each piece of collateral has to be personalized for you as an agent, featuring your lead magnets, your magazines, your billboards, your face on all of that amazing collateral and digital images. And Desi takes care of all of it. Our collateral marketing system encompasses everything you need to succeed online with digital and social media advertising, but more importantly, our ability to take those online engagements and then drive them into the real world through the collateral that sits at the heart of the collateral marketing system. And a lot of people look at me and say, Robert, in today's digital world, why are you still fooling around with print collateral? Why are you still fooling around with print marketing? And I'll tell you, anyone who isn't utilizing print in their business these days is absolutely missing the boat. There's an emotional connection with print. There's a stickiness with print that just doesn't exist in the digital world. And I believe the more of our marketing and the more of our world that does move digital, the more important that printed collateral becomes. I want you to think about things in your own home that are printed out, that are in physical form. I know for me, I probably have 5,000 photos of my kids on my iPhone in digital form, but the most important photos, we actually print those out and we put them in a frame and they live in the real world inside of our home. My wedding photos are the same way. We have thousands of digital copies of the wedding photos, but the most important ones are printed out and framed and live in our house. I want you to think about other items like that, diplomas, other important things that exist in the paper collateral world in your life. And on top of that emotional connection of things being more important when they're printed, print is also sticky. You can't take a digital ad and throw it on your coffee table. You can't take a digital ad and pin it on your refrigerator with a magnet. And these things happen all the time with the amazing high quality printed collateral that is part of this LPT collateral marketing system. A collateral marketing magazine like 9 Critical Questions to Ask Your Realtor Before Listing Your Home, or our 7 Home Buyer Strategies to help you get the lowest payment when rates are high. These high quality magazines and pieces of collateral will actually land on a potential consumer's coffee table. They'll put it in that important drawer next to their refrigerator where they keep items of interest. They'll take a magnet and pin them up on their refrigerator, and this is a stickiness that we just can't see in the digital world. Again, we think digital is a very important part of a balanced marketing funnel. Digital is great for creating that awareness, but by pushing the consumer toward an ultimate result, which involves print collateral, we've seen our results skyrocket, both in my personal businesses and the results here at LPT Realty through the collateral marketing system. Some other great stats about print collateral: 77% of consumers believe print drives a higher level of recall. Think about how important that is. We want consumers to remember your face as their agent. We want consumers to remember your value proposition to become their agent, and 77% of consumers think print does a better job of achieving that. 67% of consumers find physical printed communications to be more personal than their digital counterparts. Think about that. We're in a personal business. This is a person-to-person business. We meet with our clients face-to-face. We either go into their home or we travel with them to other homes they're interested in buying. It's all a very personal business, and most customers will hire you based on who you are as a person to be their real estate agent. We need as much personal communication as possible, and for 67% of consumers, that means print instead of digital. And finally, 80% of consumers will act on printed direct mail advertisements. So anyone telling you that print is dead probably doesn't own a state-of-the-art printing facility. They probably need you to believe in digital because it's their only value offering. At LPT Realty, we have access to all of the tools to market you in any facet.
At the core of LPT Realty is agent choice and agent-focused branding. Well, what does agent-focused branding mean? Here at LPT, there are no color requirements or restrictions to the use of the colors of LPT logo, allowing agents to use their own identity, creativity, and branding that fits their needs. The challenge with agent-focused branding at scale is hundreds and thousands of hours of design time and millions of dollars in payroll. So to solve this problem, we created our own Desi AI proprietary software, allowing agents within just a few clicks to have customizable templated solutions for business cards, name tags, open house signs, yard signs, magazines, and a host of other marketing material. Because of the efficiencies of Desi AI and having our own print shop, we're able to fulfill these orders for our agents quickly within 48 hours and ready to go.
So all of these amazing pieces of our collateral marketing system here at LPT Realty come together to form what I think of as the collateral marketing funnel. And the collateral marketing funnel is a journey that takes a potential consumer through all of the stages of doing business with you, from awareness to consideration to conversion, and then beyond the first sale into loyalty and advocacy. Because in real estate, referrals are critical. From becoming aware of you as an agent who does business in their market to considering you as becoming their agent in that market. And then once they're starting to consider you, we now have our long form printed magazines, our short form printed magazines, all this educational printed collateral content to help drive them down to the ultimate conversion, the decision to do business with you, the decision to choose you as their real estate agent to buy or sell their home. But then more importantly, beyond that first sale, we need to drive those same consumers to a level of loyalty and ultimately a level of advocacy where they're telling their friends and family about what an amazing real estate agent you are. And all of the pieces of the collateral marketing system were built to take consumers down this journey from awareness to advocacy so that you can win as their real estate agent. One of the things that draws me the most to real estate, and particularly to listings, is the idea that our job as a listing agent is highly based around marketing the property. And so now you get to double dip as an agent because the same marketing you're doing to promote their property and drive that advocacy and loyalty from the consumer who just listed their home with you is also filling your bucket over here, refilling your funnel through awareness and consideration. Because every time you pass out a high quality piece of printed collateral or every time you run a digital ad featuring that property, you're fulfilling your obligation to the seller, you're making them happy, you're giving them the best opportunity to sell their home for the most money, but you're also now reaching new consumers who are saying, wow, I like that house. I may reach out to that agent. Or wow, I like the way that agent is marketing that house. I may reach out to them to sell mine. And so you get to double dip on two funnels at once. Whereas you're driving the awareness and consideration on the new consumer, you are driving loyalty and advocacy on the consumer whose home you currently have listed. In addition to the way that print can position you in that more personal way, and the way that print can drive those higher levels of recall and the personal touch and consumers wanting to work with you, we believe there's more we need to do to position you as that local expert. And so I want to share a story from my early days of advertising. As I was building my first brand, we were using a lot of direct mail, and the direct mail was doing really well. But at the time, we recognized we needed to build a higher level of credibility. We needed to increase our positioning in the consumer's mind. So one of the things I did is I went out and I bought a TV commercial to air during Sunday Night Football. And I'm going to play you that commercial. I want you to notice a few things. I don't talk about our value proposition. There's no call to action. This commercial's purpose was purely to position me as someone who could be the sponsor of Sunday Night Football on our local NBC station. I'm Robert Palmer. RP Funding is your local direct mortgage lender, and we're proud to sponsor NBC's NFL Sunday Night Football on West 2. Tonight, the Chargers take on the Cowboys. Enjoy the game. So running that TV commercial, establishing myself, positioning myself as the sponsor of Sunday Night Football was critical, but the more important thing we did is we actually took a screenshot of that TV commercial and we started including it in all of our direct mail. And so now our direct mail started with, Dear John, you may have seen me on TV during Sunday Night Football. And by using that positioning, using that credibility, and establishing myself as the sponsor of Sunday Night Football to the people who were actually watching that game, but then using it on my communications to all of our other potential customers through our direct mail, we were able to supercharge that experience and build that credibility. And we've built a very similar system here for each one of you to utilize at LPT Realty. We use our scale as a brokerage to give you that unfair advantage. And one of the ways we do that is in positioning. We have our relationship with the Jacksonville Armada, where LPT Realty is the primary sponsor of a professional soccer team. Last year, when the team was participating in the Open Cup tournament, we created a digital billboard for each of our agents that we ran on major highways featuring their face and their name aligned with the Jacksonville Armada brand. The exact same type of positioning I did with my Sunday Night Football commercial. We're also the primary sponsors of an IndyCar race in St. Pete. It's where we have our annual convention. Similar situation, around the time of the race, we gave each of our agents a billboard featuring the IndyCar race. We utilized Desi to create social media images of these billboards, and these social media posts resulted in the highest level of engagement that most of our real estate agents had ever seen. One of the keys to social media is being able to engage and interact with your social sphere, with your sphere of influence. And a lot of the social media posts we see agents making don't achieve that. But when we give you high quality images created by Desi featuring your brand, your personal brand, you will see your engagement on social media go to new levels. And so beyond that, we take those images and what else? We put them into the print collateral, the same way I did with those letters that said, Dear John, you probably saw me on TV during Sunday Night Football. We take your pictures from your billboards, your magazines, your yard signs, and Desi places them onto door hangers and flyers and postcards and things that you can use to begin to position yourself in the neighborhoods as the neighborhood expert. Here's some examples of what those amazing images look like, where Desi's able to create real-world mock-ups of your billboards, your yard signs, your business cards, all the things that identify you as a professional, established real estate agent. Then use those images to drive high levels of engagement on your social media, on your digital, while also reinforcing the fact that you are a trusted real estate agent to those consumers. A lot of engagement online is great, but not if it doesn't position you as the agent who those consumers, who those members of your sphere of influence should call and want to call when it comes time to buy or sell real estate. Through our proprietary technology and Desi AI and the years of experience we have and hundreds of millions of dollars I've spent on marketing, you can be certain that the marketing collateral and the digital products that we put out at LPT Realty will drive results and engagement in your business. So in that digital space, some of our cornerstone products is our LPT Digital Marketing Plan. We've actually armed you with a printed version of this report so that you can go and meet with the seller and show them all the amazing ways you're going to market their property online to drive engagement, to drive repetition, to drive connection between potential home buyers and their property. And this 2-page printed report shows them all the amazing things you'll do, the single property website you're going to drive the traffic to, and then at the end we give you a printed version of the results report so you can go back to that seller and show them how many impressions you actually achieved for their property, how many different websites their property was featured on, how many consumers clicked through and visited their dedicated property website. This is the formula for taking the power of digital marketing, but then bringing it into the real world through our collateral marketing system. And then we use a much more powerful technology called programmatic buying through a system called a real-time bidder. And usually this type of technology, this programmatic ad buying technology, is only reserved for the largest of companies. And this is another example of us at LPT Realty using our scale and our reach as a major brokerage to be able to power your marketing in a way that others do not. In addition to our high-quality proprietary display advertising, we have the best of pay-per-click advertising as well. Pay-per-click is a great way to drive engagement with potential buyers and sellers, and we have technology to drive both Google pay-per-click marketing in addition to Google local services ads. We also have technology that integrates with Bing pay-per-click so that you can drive traffic from both major search engines, and finally to drive traffic from the largest social media networks in Facebook and Instagram. Our technology allows you to do dynamic catalog targeting where you're actually showing consumers the same listings they've previously viewed on your website through their social media feed, remarketing to consumers who have previously visited your website by appearing in their social media feed, and one-click listing promotion to promote your clients' listings in that all-important social media feed, both on Facebook and Instagram. Our digital lead capture works like this. The potential lead sees one of our ads online, either through social media or through pay-per-click. That lead then visits your IDX website where they're shown properties but asked to register to continue seeing more photos and more details about the property. Or they register through a lead form directly on the social media platform. Once that lead is captured into your CRM, they're then marketed to through welcome emails and other high-quality sequences that you can build and design and customize to stay top of mind with that lead through their entire home buying or home selling journey. In addition to that proprietary digital marketing that makes you the star of the show, we also have tools to make you more successful with the real estate portals. Now, while a lot of real estate brokerages have made the decision to rail against the portals or be adverse to the portals, at LPT Realty, we believe that we have a responsibility to serve the consumers who have chosen to start their home search on one of the major portals. And so we've made a decision that we want to have a partnership with the portals. We want to have conversations at the highest level so that we can position LPT Realty agents in a way to have success with the portals. The types of things we've built in the past is the ability to give you early access to new programs offered by the portals, giving you special offerings from those portals, and most importantly, building our tools, building our collateral marketing system to work with the type of consumer that you can expect through one of the portals. We've actually seen real estate agents double their conversion rate on portal buyer leads by utilizing our 7 Home Buyer Strategies magazine at the initial appointment. By handing a potential buyer who meets them at a property, who they've never met before, who found them through one of the portals, and handing them that high-quality magazine with their face on the cover, jam-packed with critical information to help that consumer be more successful, they've seen their conversion rates as much as double. This is powerful, and this is our responsibility as a brokerage to use our scale to help you have that unfair advantage and win in every way. And whether that's you driving your own leads through our amazing digital marketing products and our pay-per-click products, or whether that's you having a higher conversion rate and a better ROI on leads that you obtain from the portals through our systems, our technology, our knowledge, and our collateral marketing system. You know, these are the high-quality magazines that feature your face on the cover. And so again, each of these is built to maximize your credibility and put you in a position to either win that buyer or win that listing. Our 9 critical questions to ask an agent when you're ready to sell your home, every one of those 9 questions points back to you as an LPT Realty agent. If another agent does come on a listing presentation behind you and they're forced to answer these 9 questions and they don't have our amazing collateral marketing system, they're going to struggle. In addition to that, we have our active marketing plan. This is the entire Listing Power Tools marketing presentation rewritten and digested into a high-quality printed magazine that explains every piece of the Listing Power Tools box and every piece of the marketing you're going to do to help that seller get the most money for their home in the least amount of time. And again, these are high quality printed with your face on the cover, meant to position you as the expert. And then also our 7 home buyer strategies, the type of educational information they need to succeed in today's market, again, with you as the agent positioned on the cover as that local expert. And so these high-quality printed pieces of collateral also serve as our lead magnets. These are the reasons consumers will text you from your door hangers, text you from your postcards, text you from your other flyers, because they want to receive a copy of this free information. But first, they have to give you their contact information so you can begin to reach out to them and take them down a journey through your funnel. And the idea for these printed lead magnets actually comes from a very famous book that I would encourage all of you to read. It's one of my favorite books of all time, and it's called Influence by Dr. Robert Cialdini. This book lays down the principles of social psychology and why consumers take the actions they take when interacting with brands. And one of the key principles in this book is the law of reciprocity, which says you have to give a little something to get a little something in return. And so by giving the consumer access to that information, that 7 home buyer strategies to get the best payment, that 9 critical questions to ask a realtor before you hire them to sell your home, by offering up that printed collateral of high quality educational information, you're able to obtain what you need, which is their contact information and the fact that they're interested in potentially conducting a real estate transaction. And the way you capture that important contact information, that accurate cell phone number, is through our proprietary text capture technology here at LPT Realty that drives every piece of the collateral marketing system. We're taking consumers from online ads and we're driving them into the real world via printed collateral and our high quality printed lead magnets, but then we're using text capture technology to actually provide those lead magnets to them so that you can get the most important piece of contact information you need, an accurate cell phone number. There's no way for them to give you a fake name and a fake cell phone number when they literally have to send a text to you to request the information. And this is the beauty of our text capture technology. And text is used by everyone. 97% of consumers text at least once a day. 90% of consumers prefer a text over a phone call. 78% of consumers wish they could text all of the businesses that they do business with. And 95% of people will read a text message in less than 5 minutes. Being on someone's inbox on their smartphone is where you want to be, and the LPT Collateral Marketing System text capture technology is a critical component to achieving that. Our next amazing pack available here at LPT Realty is what we call our prospecting packs. And these packs are built for when you want to farm a neighborhood using door hangers and flyers. You want to get out in the community. So we provide you over 300 pieces of collateral, and those collateral can feature anything from one of your listings, or more importantly, if you don't have a listing yet in that area or a listing to promote, those door hangers can feature high quality images of our lead magnets created by Desi. So now when you're out in the community and you're handing out your door hangers, they may feature your Active Marketing Plan magazine. They may feature a copy of that 9 Critical Questions lead magnet, or they may feature the 7 home buyer strategies. And the important thing to think about here is don't think of this as buyer or seller. While each one has a different call to action, most people who need to sell a home also need to buy a home, and vice versa. So when you're out in a neighborhood, using all 3 of these different looks and different door hangers is the best way to maximize your results. A seller seeing this one month, and this the following month, and this the following month gives you different looks and establishes you as that expert because you have all of these different pieces of high quality collateral. Everything is driven by the call to action to send a text code to our text capture line, so then you as the agent can deliver the all-important magazine that the consumer has requested. And the important thing is to deliver this magazine in person or in print so that you have that sticky effect and that personal effect of them having your face on a high quality printed magazine in their living room. And so as we think about that idea of the collateral marketing funnel, those door hangers would sit somewhere at the top. These are there to build awareness and then have someone start to consider you, and then finally request your high quality printed collateral, which will then drive them to conversion and making the decision to hire you as their agent. We also have pieces that can sit in the middle. We have a short form version of that active marketing plan. It's just a teaser. It gives the consumer a little more detail on what's in the active marketing plan to help drive them down the funnel, again, from awareness to consideration, and then ultimately to conversion and making the decision to hire you as their real estate agent. Can you imagine the impact these types of things can have on your business? Being able to go into a neighborhood where you're not established yet and provide high quality door hangers at a larger size than what consumers are used to, featuring your face on the cover of a magazine, then driving them down to the summary pieces, and finally driving the consumer down to having an entire printed magazine outlining your marketing system sitting on their coffee table with your face on the cover. This is the beauty of the prospecting packs, which are a cornerstone of the LPT Collateral Marketing System. Direct mail is another important component of the LPT Collateral Marketing System. Being able to utilize the post office to deliver high quality printed collateral on your behalf into those consumers' homes, and it's all done in just one click inside of LPT Connect. We provide you industry low prices in order to send this amazing high quality direct mail, and we have pieces that range from just listed cards to just sold cards all the way up to map cards. So here's what one of those amazing just listed cards looks like. Again, featuring the property. You're showing the seller how hard you're working to market their property, which is driving them towards loyalty and advocacy, while also having new homeowners and new home buyers in that market raise their hand to you as potential leads to either buy or sell their homes. In addition to that, we have our map card follow-up sequence. Again, from one click inside of LPT Connect, you can follow up with the same consumer who received the just listed card, and then you can provide them a just sold card, and then finally provide them a sequence of map cards that shows recent sales in their area all laid out on a map. We've found through our testing that people are very easily able to recognize a map of their own area. We see it every day on our car GPS on our phone. We begin to recognize the image of a map of our neighborhood. And so when a postcard shows up featuring a map of their neighborhood with map markers showing recent sales and then sales data on the back, it's much more likely to land in an important place inside of their home instead of in the trash. And so again, these direct mail sequences were built to position you as the expert, show the home sellers how hard you work to sell their home, while also filling your funnel with new consumers who are now in the awareness stage of that all-important collateral marketing funnel. One other piece I'd like to point out is a proprietary technology we call Smart ID. So everything inside of the LPT collateral marketing system is built around the idea that you ask the consumer to text a code to a phone number in order to receive the information they want. They want information on what the property sold for. They want information on what the property is listed for. They need to text a code to that number. With our Smart ID technology, when we print these mailers, every consumer gets a different code. And so while all of the codes will report back and send back the same information, you know which consumer sent the text because we know which code, which Smart ID we mailed to each individual household in that neighborhood. Another important component of marketing here at LPT Realty is our luxury collection. For a long time, agents were forced to choose luxury brands at lower splits and higher costs in order to compete for luxury listings. I'm a firm believer that marketing can beat brokerage brand every day of the week, and we're proving that here at LPT Realty. By giving you the absolute best marketing tools as an add-on to your listing packages that you can pay for at closing, we arm you with things like dedicated billboards featuring those high-quality luxury properties. We give you high-quality printed magazines featuring those listings that will impress the seller as you take the time to feature their individual property in a high-quality printed magazine. The absolute highest quality of brochure and direct mail printed on high-quality paper stock. Everything you need to set yourself apart as a go-to luxury agent and make a luxury seller feel confident that you're the right agent to hire to sell their luxury property can be accomplished through the LPT luxury collection packages. So at the beginning of today's presentation, I asked you to imagine what brokerage-powered marketing, when combined with agent-centric branding, could accomplish. And I hope you see now that the Collateral Marketing System, available exclusively here at LPT Realty, is the answer to that. It is the ultimate solution to give you the tools you need to have an unfair advantage and compete and win in any market up against any other agent by having the high-quality tools, the high-quality positioning, the best-in-class digital marketing, everything you need to go out and succeed and win and achieve your individual definition of success. Agent-centric branding plus brokerage-powered marketing equals the LPT Realty Collateral Marketing System. We're committed to providing the absolute best in agent development and agent leadership opportunities. And at LPT Realty, that starts with our Agent Advisory Council. This is the official voice of the LPT agents. The AAC provides leadership opportunities for agents in 5 critical areas of the brokerage: advocacy, community, culture, education, and technology. We need your voice. We need you to take that leadership role and help us build the absolute best brokerage that we can be here at LPT Realty. And you do that by joining one of our AACs, and then from there you can make recommendations to the brokerage that help steer our path. In addition to agent leadership, our agent development is critical, providing you the tools and education and the training that you need on your own terms. We provide both live and virtual trainings. We have expert full-time instructors. We teach on everything from real estate basics to sales fundamentals, and you can learn all of the LPT systems and procedures, and it's all housed conveniently inside of LPT Connect, available from your smartphone. The on-demand 24/7 video content, the living library of important documents, the art and logos and graphics you need, all of your agent resources live inside of one place, available in the palm of your hand from LPT Connect.
It is now my pleasure to introduce a very special guest speaker from the class of 1998, Mr. Robert Palmer.
19 years ago, I sat in these exact same chairs in this exact same building and graduated high school. 19 years ago, I would have never thought my name would be on this building. My initials, my company name would go up here, and that we'd be able to give back to the community and help do things and amazing things in this very building that seemed so big at that time. I never thought any of these things were possible. And I remember people telling me that I could accomplish anything I put my mind to. And I remember not believing them. My grades weren't all that great. My family wasn't rich. I didn't have this track laid out for me to have my life. It took me a while to figure out that I actually could. And so I want to stand here today as proof for you that no matter where you're sitting out there, what your grades are, what your goals are, if you have no idea what's going to happen tomorrow, because I didn't. And if you feel that way, it's okay. Because I want you to know that if you put your mind to something, you can absolutely do it. And I want you to believe me more than I believed all the people that tried to give me that message when I was your age. This class will always be special to me. As the class of 2017, you're the first group to graduate in what's now known as the RP Funding Center. And I hope that 19 years from now, one of you takes my name off this building and puts your name up there instead. So I want you to go out there and take over the world and never let anybody hold you down. Congratulations. That was a really important day in my life, and speaking to those students and asking them to dream big. I want to ask all of you to do the same thing. Go out there and achieve a level of success that you never dreamed was possible. And I want you to believe me more than I believed all the people who tried to give me that message. I want you to believe that we are dedicated here at LPT Realty to providing you exactly what you need in order to achieve that level of success that maybe you've previously felt was not possible. So are you ready to dream big? Are you ready to have access to amazing knowledge inside of LPT that includes insider access to exclusive content and networking opportunities with a community of experts? Are you ready for hard-hitting guidance to maximize your motivational mindset, your understanding of market dynamics, proven hacks and workflows, and high-level tactics that have never before been taught at a real estate brokerage? To be able to learn what's working in real time from a perspective of unmatched expertise and authority? To know how to win with the portals, how to take leads from real estate portals and internet leads you've never met and utilize our collateral marketing system to engage with them and increase your conversion rates and increase your ROI, to generate your own leads, and to be a master of engaging your own sphere of influence. The tools are only as good as our ability to teach you how to use them. And that's where our strategic knowledge vault comes into play. Our strategic knowledge provides you access to the type of information that could easily cost hundreds of thousands of dollars throughout your career. And here at LPT Realty, it's provided at no additional cost to all of our agents. So each and every week, you'll join myself and other industry experts on our 2 live Zoom calls. We start with Motivation Monday, every single Monday at 10 a.m., and we end each week with Real Estate First Fridays. Because remember, here at LPT Realty, we're real estate first. And every Friday, we celebrate that by giving you the advice and tactics you need to succeed and sell more real estate in any market. In addition to those Zoom calls, we host both online and real-world masterminds and other types of events where our agents can come together and share knowledge. We bring in those industry leaders. We've had folks like the president of iHeartMedia nationally, the president of Scripps Sports, the executive vice president of Major League Soccer, industry titans who sit down with us, and you get to be a fly on the wall as an LPT agent and see the type of conversations we're having about how to drive marketing and business and everything you need as an entrepreneur forward in markets like today's. And all of that lives in our strategic vault. Every event we have, every Motivation Monday, every Real Estate First Friday, we record them, we transcribe them, and they live in our strategic vault, giving you evergreen access to the knowledge that you need to build the ultimate business you can build as an entrepreneur. Our compensation plan at LPT Realty was designed to put the power back in your hands as an agent. As an entrepreneur, I believe you have the right to make your own decisions and that you're smart enough to decide the right comp plan for yourself. You don't need a brokerage dictating your terms to you. And so at LPT Realty, we have multiple choices of your compensation plan, including a $500 a file plan with a $5,000 cap, where you can still recruit a downline, you just don't receive the monthly revenue share, up to our rev share partner plan on an 80-20 split with a $15,000 cap, where you can do things like build a real estate team, participate in RevShare, or run your own branch office. One of the critical components to both of our plans are there are no monthly fees. I never liked the idea dating back to listing power tools days that we would charge an agent's credit card every month whether they were having success or not. We have a $500 annual fee that's paid from your first closing, and if you never close a deal, you don't owe us a dime. And we have a $195 transaction fee that's charged on every transaction and usually passed on to the consumer, but again, that's your choice as a part of our commitment to agent choice. Our RevShare is simple. The agents you sponsor into the brokerage become your first level, and you, if you're on the revenue share plan, can receive revenue share. The agents they sponsor into the brokerage become your level 2, level 3, level 4, 5, 6, and 7. At LPT, we have a transparent revenue share system where we place 50% of the company dollars into the revenue share pool to be shared among the 7 agents who are eligible that sponsor that agent into the brokerage, but retaining 50% because the brokerage needs a sustainable path to profitability, because as future shareholders, you need us to be a successful business, and we're transparent about this. Other brokerages may try to hide this into fancy calculations. We do it very plain and simply so that you can count on the dollars you will receive if you opt into our RevShare plan. And you receive that revenue share on every agent in your downline, no matter which plan they're on. Even if an agent selects the $505,000 plan, we still place $250 into the RevShare pool to be paid out to the agents above them who are RevShare eligible. If an agent's on the 80-20 plan, we place half of that 20% until they cap into the revenue share pool. We want you to be able to earn revenue share once you choose that path on any agents in your downline, no matter which plan they've chosen, which is an important distinction. In addition to that, we provide you with recruiting tools. Because we are committed to real estate first and we want you focused on selling more real estate, every time you close a transaction, we send a piece of direct mail featuring you and your contact information and the entire LPT opportunity to the cooperating agent. We feel like that's the best time to reach out on your behalf. You've just had a successful closing together, and now your face appears in their mailbox with an invitation to reach out to you to learn more about the LPT opportunity. We're working for you to help build that organization underneath you so that when the time is right, you can take advantage of our revenue share program. Additionally, as a part of our commitment to real estate first, there are 4 critical differentiators in our revenue share program from others. 1, to level the playing field for agents who are focused on selling real estate versus recruiting. Agents are not allowed to offer a thing of value. They're not allowed to bribe someone to name them as their sponsor in the revenue share program. We see this happen all too often at other brokerages. All of a sudden, I do a transaction with you, we have a great experience, you're thinking about joining under me, but then you discover by going online and seeing a YouTube video that if you name another agent, they're going to give you a bribe, free training, free masterminds, whatever that is. That doesn't feel right to me, and so that's not allowed here at LPT Realty. We want every agent to have equal access to information and events and tools no matter who their sponsor is, while also not having agents basically steal that agent from someone else by bribing them with a thing of value. To encourage agents to focus on real estate sales versus recruiting, the revenue share, when you're on the revenue share plan, helps you reach your real estate cap first. So the dollars you earn from revenue share as a RevShare partner first go to pay your cap so that you can reach 100% commission sooner and begin earning all of the commission from your real estate sales. This is a great benefit to those that are focused on selling real estate, which is the agents we want here at LPT Realty. In addition, we have significantly less what we call active direct sponsored agents. This is the number of agents you need to directly sponsor into the brokerage in order to unlock your additional levels. We didn't set an unrealistic goal that would require you to be a full-time recruiter to unlock all 7 levels. We've kept the requirements realistic so that you can stay focused on selling real estate. And then finally, when an agent first joins the brokerage, we want them to make sure they spend their first 90 days focused on real estate sales, focused on learning our systems and learning our tools before they try to attract other agents into the brokerage. And so while we don't forbid agents from recruiting during those 90 days, any rev share earned during that first 90-day period is forfeit back to the brokerage to encourage agents to stay focused on learning the tools, transitioning their real estate business, and succeeding in real estate first before trying to focus on recruiting and revenue share. Every agent at LPT Realty has the opportunity to earn stock in this company. And we do that through a grant of what's called a restricted stock unit that has a 3-year vesting period. And so when you achieve milestones here at LPT Realty, which includes closing real estate transactions at different milestones and sponsoring agents into LPT Realty and them closing their first core transaction, you're able to unlock these restricted stock units. And then 3 years later, they vest into actual stock in LPT Realty. I look forward to you participating in our amazing stock program and being a partner and a shareholder with me here at LPT Realty as we continue to build the fastest growing real estate brokerage in history. So to recap our compensation plan, we are redefining agent compensation here at LPT Realty by giving you the choices to either participate or not participate in revenue share, to pay a 100% plan or an 80-20 plan with a cap, while still having access to all of our amazing marketing and tools and agent development. We want you to win as a real estate agent no matter which plan you choose, and we want you to be able to choose the plan that best fits your business today and know that you can make changes in the future. We are here to be your brokerage for life, and that includes this revolutionary idea that you can change your compensation plan from time to time to align with your current definition of success here at LPT Realty. So here's the plan comparison. Everyone gets access to listing power tools, LPT Connect, Loop, and Chime. Everyone gets access to our amazing education, training, and support. Every agent can earn those restricted stock units through our stock program. Every agent can recruit a downline, and every agent can join a team. However, if you'd like to be a team leader, receive revenue share, or a few other additional benefits like having a branch office, being eligible for our Black Badge Award, or being a mentor, there is a requirement to upgrade to RevShare Partner. But again, these things are your choice, and you decide the plan that best fits your career and your definition of success at that moment in your career. So if you're interested in learning more, I'd encourage you to visit lpt.com or reach out to one of the amazing LPT agents who would be happy to share what we're building here together. And one of the critical pieces of what we're building that I can't do justice in a slide deck presentation is the amazing culture we've all come together to build here at LPT Realty. We're committed to working together and collaborating. We're committed to tearing down silos. We're committed to eliminating limited access to resources so that every agent at LPT Realty can work together to build the foundation for this amazing company where we all can own it together and we can all win together in any market. Remember, we're here to give you that unfair advantage, but we want you to work together as a group and collaborate. And I'm so proud of the culture we've built here. I see agents every day collaborating and not holding back and coming from a place of abundance. And that's something I'm committed to from the very top of this company, and I know all of our agents are committed to all the way through. And so I'll leave you with this amazing video that shows a little glimpse into the culture we've built over the first 18 months here at LPT Realty.
Auld Lang Syne. You hear that a lot this time of year. But what does it mean? It means for days gone by. For the sake of old times, lest we forget as we move on to our future. And if we're talking about days gone by, 2022 was a doozy, am I right? Just think, where were we a year ago? Really, close your eyes and think about it. Your life, your family, your work, 12 months ago. And everybody's got a different answer to that. Can you see it? Okay, now think about where we are right now. Pretty wild, right? No matter how you slice it, what happened here in 2022 was nothing less than a phenomenon. Pure and simple. And you know what I'm talking about. The launch of LPT Realty. You were there. I was there. We were all witness. And as big as it was at the launch, what's happened since is the real story. The partnerships, the mentorships, the relationships, the friendships, the pirate ships. Think about it. All this happened in 1 year. This is just the frickin' beginning. We were told at the start, we are not here to climb the mountain, we are here to beat a mountain. And I'm telling you, the foundation of this mountain is strong. I mean, logically, there's no reason a real estate company would grow exponentially the way LPT Realty has. In this market, it just doesn't make sense. But here we are, taking the Florida real estate industry by storm. And as of recently, we've burned our brand into the great state of Texas. Yeehaw, tough guy. And next, we're heading up the East Coast and beyond. LPT Realty is becoming a juggernaut in the industry. And many will say it's because of the leadership of a visionary at the top. Yup, that's true. Some might say it's the hard work and dedication of the executive division. They would be correct. Then there are those that would say it's partially due to a very talented and charismatic spokesperson. You're damn right it is. But there's one thing that makes this whole LPT Realty world go round. One element that makes it all work. The piece of the puzzle that completes the picture. And that piece is you. Each and every one of you made a gigantic career choice this year that affects your life as well as your family's lives. Now, for some it was a no-brainer, but for others it was a leap of faith. But to every single one of you, I want you to know, LPT Realty is stronger because of you. We are here together, and what we've done so far should be celebrated. Take a moment, reflect on that. Be proud of what we've done here, together. Enjoy it, we deserve it, but then strap in because this rocket ship is just taking off. Now allow me to raise a glass to my family at LPT Realty, to what we've done in 2022, and to what we will do in days to come. LPT in 23. You need marketing, tough guy.